So not only was she a 24/7 alcoholic, but she was also a 24/7 smoker. One of the ashes from the cigarette fell into my hair and ignited me into flames.
Hi guys, welcome back to Liceology on Demand, where we like to highlight certain lice cases here on our channel that we treat in our office. But today we're going to do something different. We're going to talk about the top 3 most bizarre lice treatments that I have ever heard in my 13 years of treating head lice. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So coming in at number 3 is Raid. Yes, you heard that right, Raid. I actually had someone come in not too long ago, a few months ago maybe, and she was telling me a story about when she was a child, her dad used Raid on her. Okay, so she said her mom had just found out she had lice and she was kind of freaking out. And her dad walks through the door from work and her mom says, "We have lice. I just found lice on her hair," freaking out. And her dad says, "Oh, I can take care of that, no problem." And he runs and he grabs a can of Raid and then he just starts spraying it all over her head, just spraying it. She's like 5 or 6 years old at this time. And she's coughing, she can't breathe, and she's like, literally she said she started passing out, and I believe that because it's poison. She says she's passing out, she can't breathe, she felt like she was, passing away basically. And so her dad said, "Oh, you'll be all right. Just drink some milk, okay?" And so we laughed about this. We thought it was hilarious. I told her I never heard anything like that, but really it's not funny, because something serious could have happened. And, she's a grown woman at this time, so she looks back at it and she thinks it's really funny. But something serious could have happened, that is poison, is very dangerous. I would not advise anybody to do that. Please do not put Raid on your child or yourself, okay? There are other ways to get rid of lice. Don't do that. Number 2 would be gasoline. I've actually heard about gasoline, I don't know, several times. I've been treating lice for 13 years, and so I have heard people say either when they were a child, their parents put gasoline on them, or as an adult, they were told to put gasoline on their children. And I actually had a lady come in one time who said her daughter's hair used to be light brown. It was pretty much brown, and it was wavy and very long and full, and she got lice and someone told her to use gasoline, so she did, and she said it didn't kill any of the lice at all. The lice were still crawling. It did change her daughter's hair texture and the color, so her hair became jet black and she lost the wave and it was just completely straight. And so she was pretty sad about that. And gasoline just seems like a very dangerous thing to do. And in all my years of treating lice, I've heard of people trying it. They always said it didn't work. But I never heard any tragic stories as far as something really tragic happening to a person. But on TikTok, I did hear of a story. There's actually a girl on there who was telling her story about, she's a burn victim. And what happened was she said her mom used gasoline on her to treat lice when she was little, and she said her mom thought that she rinsed it out completely, and her mom also, she smokes. Basically, she lit a cigarette and the little girl caught on fire, so apparently she didn't rinse it out all the way. And I will put a picture of her up somewhere during this video. I'll put a picture of her up if I can find her. If she's still doing her videos on TikTok, I'll go try to see if I can find her, and I'll make sure to put that picture or maybe a little clip.
Hey everyone, this is my life story as a burn survivor, part 3. My mother tried to get all the gasoline out of my hair by giving me a bath, but it didn't get all of it. So not only was she a 24/7 alcoholic, but she was also a 24/7 smoker. She would smoke about 3 packs a day. So when she was doing my hair into a braid or whatever she was doing, one of the ashes from the cigarette fell into my hair and ignited me into flames. My mother tried everything what she could do until the EMTs arrived. So that's the cause of my accident, and I can tell you more in part 4.
That is very sad. It's such a tragic situation, and I feel very bad that that happened to her. And I also wanted to do this video also just to create awareness that that is something that you definitely do not want to do. There are so many other options. Please do not put gasoline in your hair. I've also heard of kerosene. A lot of people say that too. So don't put anything flammable in your child's hair, please, because we do not want another situation like this to happen to someone else, for them to have to live with that, with permanent damage for the rest of their lives because of that decision, okay? And coming in at number 3 is mayonnaise in a plastic bag. And I know like this is a very common lice treatment, so you're probably wondering, why do you feel like this is so bizarre, okay? I hear this a lot. People come into the office and they say they've tried several things. You guys will be so surprised. We have heard of peanut butter, Coca-Cola, what else? I can't even name them all, but we've heard of so many things that people have tried. Rubbing alcohol, and I don't advise any of this stuff because obviously if it did work, they wouldn't be in our office getting treated. So, but we've just heard of so many things. The reason why I say mayonnaise in a plastic bag is a bizarre treatment that I've heard is because I've heard of a little girl who was 18 months old and her parents were doing the mayonnaise in the plastic bag treatment on her. And unfortunately, she ended up passing away from this treatment, and it was because she was only 18 months old. And I guess with this treatment, you have to put it on for a long time because it has to supposedly suffocate the lice. Her mom put the plastic bag on her, and she let her just, I guess she went around playing around the house, but the little girl ended up falling asleep, and somehow the plastic bag slipped down over her face and caused her to suffocate. And so that's why I said that's another bizarre and tragic lice treatment that I've heard. I definitely don't advise this at all. I know that some people put plastic bags on their kids and they trust it, but I would not do this, please. I will definitely put the link to that article in the description below this video if you guys want to check that story out. Basically, I just wanted to come on here because I do this channel for education purposes. I hear so many stories about different tragic lice situations that I kind of want to just put out there so people can be aware, and that so they will not do these things at home. Because some of these things, you hear them and you're just desperate. You just want to get rid of lice. You want it gone. It is a very stressful thing to be dealing with. So some people are just willing to try anything. And I can totally understand that. You've already tried almost everything, and then someone tells you, oh, gasoline works, and this works and that works. And you get to the point where you're like, okay, well, let's do it because I want this gone. And so I wanted to just do this video so that people will be aware that not every lice treatment is safe out there. Not everything that you hear is okay to do, okay? So you don't want to use mayonnaise with a plastic bag. You definitely do not want to use gasoline or kerosene. And of course, you definitely do not want to use Raid, okay? I'm sure there's quite a few people out there who are not aware that these things are dangerous. So that is why I wanted to do this video to educate you guys so that you will not try these things, okay? But thank you guys so much for tuning in to Liceology on Demand once again. Please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe and leave us a comment. And don't forget to check out the article in the description box. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.